Power on. Connected.
Hello everyone, I've had the Mpow Crescent Bluetooth headset for about a month now, and I've been using it like pretty much every day, and yeah, it's a great device. I'll just run through some of what I've found over the month of using it. Okay, so it's a bestseller Bluetooth earpiece on Amazon. It's got loads of great reviews. It really is a good device. When you use the device, you'll hear the following prompts. I'll put those in here.
Power on. Connected. Disconnected. Power off.
It's got a good grip and shape. The shape of it is really well designed. It'll fit most ears very comfortably, from what I can tell. It's really nice and flexible here. Just goes around the ear and holds on. Not too tight, it fits really comfortably. It's really comfortable and discreet as well. It's not the first thing people will notice when they see you, unlike a lot of other Bluetooth earpieces. And that's because the majority of this device is tucked behind your ear. So this whole part here is tucked behind your ear, so you don't even really see that part. You only see this part here, which comes around the front of your ear. So you actually see very little of the actual device itself. It's really discreet. The speaker sits on the ear, so this part here is not an in-ear speaker. It sits on the ear itself. Doesn't fit inside. But it's still really clear, really loud, even for noisy environments like noisy roads, busy traffic. If you're out on the street, you can still hear phone calls, media really well through the device. So it is really good, even in that sense. It doesn't need like an in-ear earpiece to it, and I prefer this. It's much more comfortable than having an in-ear piece stuck inside your ear. Also, call quality is really good. I've had no complaints. No one's ever had any issues or said things like, "Oh, you want a Bluetooth," or "can't hear you clearly." So I've never had any comments about call quality. It's always been good. So that's that part there. The ear part there can be removed for cleaning if you want. You just have to twist it. You can give it a bit of a push. Where is it? It's on there nice and firm, so it's a bit tricky to remove. There you go. Okay. So that's that off there now. So it basically just twists off. And there's a separate piece by itself. And it just twists back on. Twists on actually a lot easier than it comes off, which is a good thing really, isn't it? Okay, so that's the little earpiece there. The play pause button is really well placed. It's just over here. That's the play pause button, and it doesn't need too much pressure to activate the button and press it, so it's still comfortable on the ear as well. It's very tactile. The on-off button actually is really tactile. The on-off button is really good. That's placed just here on the back, just there. That's on, and then that's off. Okay, so again that's on, and that's off. Okay, and the good thing about that is it's not one of those Bluetooth where you have to keep hold of the button and do a long press to switch the Bluetooth on or off. So instead of doing a long press on here, for example, and pressing that against your ear, you just flick that switch and it's straight on or straight off, and it'll connect and disconnect automatically just by flicking that switch. What I tend to do is I leave it on, and when I get into my vehicle, my mobile will then automatically connect to my car radio. And if I want to switch back to here, I just press this button while it's on, and it will just switch it back to here. So that's a really useful toggle system. It can be used in either ear, so you can use it in your left ear or your right ear. So this is for your left ear, that's how I use it. And if I want to use it on my right ear, you just rotate this. Just, there you go. And that'll go into your right ear now. Okay, so that's rotatable. Use it on either side. Okay, so we've covered that. I tend to keep this device on full volume. The volume button is over here. That's the volume rocker. So I keep that on full volume, and then I just control the volume from my actual mobile device itself. A negative of this device would be that when the battery gets low, it does, you hear that voice, it keeps repeating battery low, and it's quite invasive. It really interrupts what you're listening to. Of course, you do need a low battery warning, but it's too often when it happens, and the whole message battery low is quite a long message. A little beep would probably be more appropriate. It's less invasive, lets you use the device, and it notifies you of low battery. So that would be a change I'd recommend for this. Apart from that, there's no other negatives that I would give this device really. I can understand why it comes so well recommended. It's a great device. It's really comfortable to wear. You can wear it for a long time throughout the day. You can wear a hat over it comfortably as well. It's very discreet, really clear, nice and loud. Connects and disconnects just the way it should. Again, the on-off switch there is fantastic. I had a bit of an apprehension about this charging port over here. I was a little bit apprehensive about this. When I had first got hold of it, I didn't think that I would like this little flap thing under here. But I've got used to it, and it can take a little bit of force sometimes. But I don't mind this little flap breaking off at some point. It's not a problem for me. But yeah, it's been doing really well. Battery life is fantastic. It does last a full 8 hours comfortably. However, I do charge it on my break time, so I've never really had a day where it's run out of battery at all. So there you go, that's the Mpow Crescent Bluetooth. It's the best seller on Amazon, and there's a lot of good reasons for that. Thanks for watching.
Disconnected. Power off.